Hello, so
Hello.
welcome to Trimming the Musical Fat, and this is just a short episode that we're going to try something new. And what we're going to do today is we're going to think about albums that we've not particularly really enjoyed, but there's been like at least one great track on it, on what we'd class as a pure album. So today, Stephen, what is the album and what's the great track from that pure album?
Okay, right. So, this is from one of my favourite all-time musical artists, Prince. And the song, really good song I'm going to mention, is called Loose. And it's from his album, Come, which was released in 1994. I don't know what he meant, do you?
Very discreet, isn't it?
Very discreet. Well, wait till I tell you about one of the songs on the album. So this came out in '94, the album, and as ever, I got it on the day of release on CD. And it's actually quite the artwork and everything's quite depressing, because this was the period of time when Prince was in open conflict with his record label Warner Bros. And his original idea for releasing an album this year was he actually wanted to release two competing albums at the same time. One of them was going to be Come and the other was going to be the Gold Experience. And because of the conflict with him and the record label, what happened is he only got to release one of the albums. And I think the track listing for this was changing. It was totally in a state of flux. And what happened is the album artwork is all in black and white. And it's basically Prince at a graveyard where it's got his name, it's like his tombstone, and that Prince is dead. I think it was filmed in a church or graveyard in Barcelona in Spain. So that's the kind of background to it. So he's in open conflict with his record label, and because of that, when it was released, and when it was released, it wasn't really promoted by Prince himself. The record label didn't promote it, so it was a commercial, for him anyway, a commercial failure, only getting to number 15 in the US. And what Prince did as well, because again, he was in conflict with the record label, is he took off the more commercial and the more rock type songs from Come and put them over onto the Gold Experience. So what you're left with on Come is very much, for me anyway, just kind of half-assed R&B music. I'm not a fan of it at all. It's one of those ones because he's one of your favorite artists. You persevere with it. You've got it on the CD player. You've got it on the car, and you're hoping it'll click eventually. But no, I think it's a weak album. I mean, there's not. Maybe some redeeming stuff on it, but not much of it. However, the most redeeming song on here is a song called Loose. And it's kind of different from the rest of the stuff on the album because it's more like a dance track. It's just got more energy. There's more life about it. It actually doesn't sound like a Prince song at all. And I remember at the time, our mutual friend Brian, regular podcast guest Brian Borthwick, and I remember Brian at the time saying it sounds something more like what the Prodigy would do. And it's absolutely true. So it's a really, really good song. Not saying it's a classic or anything, but it's a really, really good song on an album which is really, for me, lacking in inspiration. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. So I was looking at some of the kind of aggregate review scores and review sites. I think AllMusic had it as 2 out of 5. Rolling Stone gave it a 2 out of 5. I think The Village Voice gave an unfavourable review to it. So I'm not alone in thinking it was a bit of a disappointment. And I think as the escalation of the dispute with the record company went on, Prince had wanted to release it on the same day, and he wanted Come to be released as Prince, and he wanted the Gold Experience to be released as the artist formerly known as Prince. He wanted them to compete against each other, and he wanted the Gold Experience to win. And of course, it probably would have, because the better songs and the more commercial songs and the more rocky songs were on the Gold Experience. So, so he never got his way. So he was. That's when he started to, start scrawling "slave" on his face for a good number of years. But yeah, "Loose" is a good song. "Come" is not a good album. Actually, I just thought we were doing this today. I'd listened to it for the first time in decades, and it hasn't improved with age. Although some of the stuff, I found a little bit better than what I remembered. But one other fact I wanted to say in relation to it is that there's the final song on the album is called "Orgasm." Right, and now let me let me describe this to you. Right, so the song itself is it's a female on it who it's a 60-second thing. So the female on it is shall we say having a good time, and she's building up to having an even better time over the 60 seconds duration of the track. All the while, all you've got is this kind of Prince guitar feedback going on around it. And apparently, the woman on it was Vanity, who was a protege Prince. It might have been his girlfriend. I can't remember. So that was from a track from 1983 called "Vibrator," and the kind of feedback guitar was from another Prince track called "Private Joy," which was on the Controversy album in 1981. So he's kind of married the two of those things, and we get that. But the point of the story was, right, this is the final track on the album. Now, we were still living at home at the time, and I'm in the downstairs room in the house, and that track would come on. You'd be quickly turning that off before Mum and Dad heard it, that's for sure. Or if you were driving along in the car, and that you've got your music on loud, that one comes on, so we'll get that turned down sharpish. So yeah, there we are. As Mum used to call him, was it that dirty wee man?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. That was the clean version.
Yeah, that was the clean version. Yeah. So there we are. That's my choice. Loose.
I was just going to say, he's got a few cracking album covers, hasn't he? His early ones are so bad. Got his wee wife fronts on the cover.
Yeah, yes, rather risque, to be sure. A bit risque. There we go. That's my choice. Loose from the album "Come" in 1994 by Prince.
Thank you. Okay. We hope you've enjoyed that today. You enjoyed Prince's "Come."
Well, you're not lying. It is factual.
Yeah. We hope you've enjoyed the album by Prince called "Come."
Maybe it just means come to the shops. Carry my shopping for me. Yeah.
Oh.
We don't know.
Trimming the Musical Fat podcast is a Stephen and Paul Nicholson production. Contact us via voicemail by going to anchor.fm/TTMF/message, or tweet us at Musical Trimming, or email us at trimmingthemusicfat@gmail.com. Keep up to date on the show by joining our Facebook group or visiting our website www.trimmingthemusicalfat.com.